Welcome to the stream. By the hoary hosts of Haga.
Oh, it's up here. Is this a? Oh, yeah, this is a display capture. Oh well, we'll keep that up because we do need to talk about this. Also, doing. Switch this up. Turn this up. All right, we're good. Um. So, as you can see on the screen, well, the screen behind it, we are doing DNF. Oh shit. Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh. Hold on. There we go. I was about to tweak out. It's like that because I have the thing up. Oh, I was scared. I was really scared. So, on the screen behind me, you can't really hear it, but we have DNF Duel pulled up. Yeah, DNF Duel, a game that has fallen to the depths of obscurity. But there's a reason we're playing it. We're doing another Rate the Super, and now this time we have rating criteria. From here on out, when we do Rate the Super videos, this is the criteria that we'll be looking into. So instead of just, plopping a number on a super on what I think is cool or not, we will use this criteria here to like tally things up. So we'll be going over the super's presentation, typical visual audio design. I mean, does the super like have good VFX, like explosions, impact frames, camera shakes? Does it have good sound effects? Does the super make use of unique and interesting camera positioning? And also, what I believe is most important in presentation is the super easy or difficult to follow, understand, and interpret visually as it's going on, or is it just confusing as hell? Because there are some supers in other games that are just like all over the fucking place with like its visual presentations. Like it's hard to track that something cool is happening, and it kind of just you know devalues the super move. We will be going over the super style, typically for the character itself. Are they doing some cool shit? Are they doing cool flips and dips, like tactics? Are they like, do they pull a fast one on their opponent? Do they set up some kind of large, like, contingency weapon or secret technique that they just don't have on their move list or not? That's some stylish shit. I want to see some stylish shit. I want to see something that they don't have in the regular moveset. We will be going over the characterization of the super. This might be a tough one for me personally, but I feel it's also a very important piece because in certain fighting games, when a character does a super, it tells a story. Like sometimes there is no story, but it tells a little something about the character itself. Like how does the super make the character stand out? Like what supers do these characters in DNF Duel have that give them a sense of individuality or originality? Like what does this big cutscene style move like tell about this character? Like, is there like some underlying theme that like plays to their like personality or their fighting style? Like some supers have like unique dialogue or special animations depending on who they fight or who they talk to. Maybe you do one super against another character. They say some like, "Oh, you suck. I hate you." And then one character says, "Watch me, master. This is my strongest technique that you taught me." Da 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 da. This and the third. Like that's interesting characterization. Again, not all supers have this. Not all games have this in their super moves, but I'm looking out for that. And finally, the super's impact. not only just does the super, like hurt, like if like if the super looks so painful that if you're a normal person, you just fucking die. Most supers are, but it's like there are some supers that are like lackadaisical and they shouldn't be surviving after they get back up. But not just in the way it hurts, does the super's presentation, aforementioned presentation, boost do a positive or like a recession on. I'm just gonna read it. Does the super's presentation boost the way the character deals massive damage to the opponent? Like, does I don't know, like let's say Ryu's Shin Shoryuken in either Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 or Street Fighter 6, like does the like there are some like subtle like camera shakes and sound effects that like just boost the hit when he's doing a Shin Shoryuken. Like you can tell the impact in that. There are also supers that like have some either necessary or unnecessary build up that may or may not be worth the payoff. Like they could be doing this big old transformation or setting up this big laser. Yeah, the setup is cool and you got this big thing, but does when it lands, does it match the way you've set it up? And since we're dealing with supers that are like cinematics, does it like it needs cinematic structure? Some things there are some things that shouldn't take too long, or some supers are too short. You got this big level 3 or this big ultimate attack, and you doing this little bullshit like stab or punch or kick or something like that. Like your strongest attack, if you're doing the singular strike, you better put everything into that singular strike to give it some impact. That like you get what I'm saying? That's if you do, you do. Anyway, this is the rate the super criteria. We will be going all of these will be rated in 1 through 5. I'm not doing 1 through 10. Just doing simple 1 through 5. Uh, there you go to game again. And when we tally up all the 1 through 5s, we'll do the standard, ranking system. 1 through 5 is pretty much like a D or an F. 6 through 10 is a C. 11 through 15 is a B. And 16 through 20 is either an S or an A. I don't know how to accurately do the on the tier list rank. I don't know how I actually want to do this. I just did 1 through 5, like in terms of fives, basically. In terms of fives. Also, putting a number or a total amount of numbers makes it easier for me to categorize these characters. All right, enough talk. Let's get into it. All right. We'll be using practice mode because it lets me disable the HUD. Also, we are still recording these supers for starting soon screens. This game has some fucking awesome supers. Like DNF Duel, unfortunately, it was, it didn't sell that very well because there wasn't that much content, but I would still give this game its fair dues. I would still give this game a chance in my heart. All right, so we're going to start. Let's start with the left side, then go to the right side, and then we'll do Lost Warrior, who is this game's boss at the bottom. We don't need to worry about which cubes. Why does my audio sound weird? I don't know. My audio sounds a bit weird. I don't know what's happening. Let me switch to is it game capture up? Oh, it's any full screen application. All right, so we are still seeing. Um, Fuck it, we use Vanguard. We'll start with Sky Tower. Hopefully, the game lets me turn off the HUD overlay. If the game doesn't do it, I have a separate tool that lets me turn it off. Lets me disable it in its entirety. And to do this new criteria stuff, I wanted to choose a I want to choose a game that every character has like one super on it, so it's not too distracting. I don't have to go through a lot of shit. Battle AI, yes. All right, yes. Turn all of it off. Yes, it's all off. Thank God the game allows me to turn off the HUD. All right. Without further ado, let's get into it. This is Berserker's Super, the singular one. Ooh, all right. So far so good. All right, so let's do it a couple of times. Let me get the recording. All right, so let's go over the criteria. In terms of presentation, I would say I would give this a 4. I love the red beast that he turns into. I love this blood effect at the end, like it over drowns it in blood. Like that's cool. Like it plays into all of his other blood effects that he has. Now, in terms of style, I mean, it's cool as fuck looking. I'd also give that like a 4. Like it just rips and tears into his enemy, into his opponent. Can we do the backwards throw? Never mind. I'll just restart it. Characterization, story was so. I would give characterization. All these supers are very unique, but DNF or Dungeon Fighter Online has characters and like archetypes. So like I think Berserker is the was it the slasher archetype? Like the male swordsman, whatever the fuck it's called. Hold on. Dungeon Fighter. Oh, it's the Slayer. The Slayer is what it's called. Yeah, the Slayer swordsman possessed by a demon called Kazan in its left arm. The Slayer has a deformed demon possessed arm shackled tightly with an iron chain. He combats mainly with one arm because the other demonized arm is, yeah, well, it basically says the same fucking thing. It says berserkers are slayers who have accepted the maddening effects of the Kazan syndrome in exchange for greater power. And from that little description, I would say that plays to it very well. Like if this is the Kanzan in its finest, it's a very like demonic display of power. So I would give characterization a 5. Like it plays into it really well. And impact, I mean, yeah, he turned to this big thing. I would say as a big like finishing move, I do like the slam that he does into like the blood effects. So I'd give it a 3. All right, so 4 plus 4 is 8 plus 5. Oh, I gotta do math. Fuck. That's 13 plus 3. That's 16. So yeah, 16 out of 20. I would say that's in the S tier, right? Yeah, 6 out of 20 is at the bottom of the top tier. Don't worry, this is my first time using this criteria. I will get better at this. I will have better opinions. Speaking of opinions, these are currently still my own opinions. If you disagree with anything that I talked about, or if you have different opinions about the criteria or different numbers you would like to talk about on the Twitch stream or on the YouTube, just put it in the comments. Let's have a conversation about it. This game has no backwards throw, I just realized. Is there no way to like throw backwards? There is a way to throw backwards, so why am I not doing it right? Huh? Oh, because I'm not pressing grab. I'm doing something different. I'm doing like a special move. I'm like, what the fuck? All right. Striker against Grappler. I don't know why, but it feels like my audio sounds kind of like underwater. Is that right? Like it feels like I'm playing this game underwater. It sounds really fucking weird. All right. Let me pull up the striker, whatchamacallit, media. There's so much shit. I don't know what the fuck. Oh yeah, this is the female fighter. All right. Strikers Super. Okay, okay. We got the footage, so let's talk about it. Strikers Super in terms of presentation. Do you like the swiping effects? Really like this galaxy kind of supernova. I give it a 3. In terms of style, all types of punches and kicks, cool combos. Though this weird suction that it's doing, like it feels like I don't know where that's coming from. Like, is that actually a galaxy in her fist or like a black hole and she's sucking the character in? Like, let me see. Uh oh, we can't even get it. Yeah, awakening effect. There it is. Release your fighting spirit upon yourself, upon hit. Release powerful. Release the most powerful combination attack in history. I mean, minus that final hit, her combo pretty seems pretty similar to what she already does. I'll give style in terms of I'll give it a 4. Style's at a 4. It's pretty samey combo to what she already does, but I'll give it a extra point ahead for that big galaxy punch. In terms of characterization, I mean, you have two polar opposites of the fighter class in terms of gender. Uh, Female fighters, a disciplined warrior who fights using her highly trained body as a weapon. There are lots of fighters training institutions around the Delos Empire. Fighters are well known for grafting Nen with martial arts and master the art of striking. I mean, yes, it does show that they're really strong warriors. Female fighters tend to wear heavy boots and strengthen their kicks and wear gloves to protect their fists. Strikers got the Neo Awakening of the Striker. I'm just gonna read out traditional fighter who strives to push past their physical limits. Ah, first, I mean physical limits. I mean, yeah, the game says it's the strongest combination in history, but I feel like this combo doesn't look as looks very samey to what she normally does in her base moveset. So I'll give characterization a 3. And in terms of impact, not that much camera shake except for the last hit. I like how their hair is waving in the wind. I'll give impact a 4. So 2 4s and 2 3s. 8 plus 6. That's 14. You got me out here doing math, folks. It's a bunch of bullshit. All right, 14. We'll put this below Berserker. Oh, this is crazy. This is a crazy way to do this. It'll take longer, but it's worth it because I like to, actually talk about the thing that fascinates me in fighting games, which is fighting game supers. All right, Ranger. Go to the Moonlight Tavern. All right. Also, I made a bit of a mistake. I should probably keep the recording on the whole time until I switch to the next character because I have multi-tracking. So I'm just gonna keep it there. All right. Here is Rangers Super. Oh boy. Yeah. We're getting into the cool shit now. So let's go over the Super's presentation. Like this black demonic feather effect. The speed lines, the gunshot blasts. You can tell these are really strong bullets with some really serious kick into it. Like, look at the range of where it starts. Whoa, that's a big one. You holy shit. Yeah, you can do this shit from full screen. I give a fuck. Like the zooming and the gunshots. If my fucking headphones weren't acting up, I would probably have a much better time hearing the shit. But yeah, whatever. So presentation, I'll give a 5. Style, fuck yeah, I'll give it a 5. Are you serious? He's literally speed blitzing. He's speed blitzing with bullets. Like I can imagine Dante doing something this cool with fucking Ebony and Ivory. Like this is a DMC style super from fucking Marvel 3. Like he's moving so fucking fast. Gross. Oh, it's like the white background. Yeah, so presentation's a 5, style's a 5, no doubt about it. Now for the characterization. I gotta go looking for all this story shit because, you know, these are characters that are not well known to me. If I knew who these characters were, I'd fucking I wouldn't be doing this much, running all over the place. All right, Gunners, an Imperial warrior that handles firearms with expertise. Due to Bakal's anti-magic policy, I guess Bakal is the region that he's from. The Empyreans advanced their technology with metals and deadly firearms. Warriors who are proficient at using these firearms are called gunners. Named gunners appeared in Empyrean. They mainly wield dual pistols, but do not hesitate to use melee attacks with their long legs. That is true. Does have long leg attacks. So this fucking guy is tall, dude. So yeah, so because of because of their region, they can't use magic. Gunners are divided into different disciplines. Rangers are from the lawless district, which focus on rapidly firing their weapons. Rangers who develop heavy weapons to protect war. Yeah, so Rangers are gunners that use revolvers and combinations of fistfight techniques. Not very much not much to talk about here. I mean, you got two gunner classes. On the left is a ranger. On the right is a launcher. Or so the game tricked me. The game is tricking us because while the female gunner is a launcher. Uh, it actually has the uh art style or costume design of the mechanic class, which is a gunner specialized in robots and mechanical weapons. But we're not gonna go on to that. We're not gonna focus on that. We're gonna focus on the ranger. His characterization. Watch Super again, just so I can have something to go over. Um, I give it a 4. I mean, yeah, they got some long legs for some speed blitzing, but I want to know where the fuck is this? Like, he's a suave, stylish motherfucker, but where is this like crow shit coming from? This looks like some damn magic. This looks like he's using magic in a land where magic is not allowed. This seems pretty fucking magical. So I'll give characterization a 4. Now, in terms of impact, I can say these bullets feel pretty painful. I mean, he's being fucking showered with bullets. Her body is like being ragdolled all over the fucking place. Everything is like the structure of the super. It flows like I like the middle part where he's going around her body. Like this part right here. Yeah. Like she's trying to keep up, but she can't. Yeah, I'll give Impact a 4. That final gunshot, it uses a whiting like feature. I would have liked it if it was more like a black with a red to kind of go along with this evil like crow theme. Maybe something of that nature. All right, display capture. We're gonna give 5 on presentation, 5 on style, a 4 on yeah, 5 on presentation, 5 on style, 4 on characterization, and a 4 on impact. That's 18. So he is ahead of Berserker. He's ahead of Berserker right here at the top. Ooh, hold on. I'm just checking my phone here because I do have food on the way. But yeah, so far so good. We got 3 on the board. We got a lot to talk about. I'm gonna grab my food from downstairs, and then we'll come back to do more of these supers. Don't go anywhere.
Kill before it's time to kill them all. Pass down the righteous law. Servant justice that dwells in me. Nothing comes as far as the uncancer. Bless me with your gift of light. Righteous calls and judgment night. Feel the sorrow the light has swallowed. Feel the freedom like no tomorrow. Kill before it's time to kill them all. Pass down the righteous law. Servant justice that dwells in me. Nothing comes as far as the uncancer.
Shit. Dude, I don't know why my audio is like being this shitty. Is there like an audio thing or let me see if I can like just take it off. Yeah, like I don't know what the fuck is. Yeah, the audio is much better. Okay, it's a fucking browser thing now. No, this needs to be changed. Why is it a browser sound now? I'll make it a separate channel. All right, this is fine. Properties. Shit. I don't want it to be on the browser sound, which is my thing. Fuck. Hold on. But I don't know why this audio effect is like happening. This shit is weird. Ah! Don't know why I played my intro again. Whatever. Whatever. All right, we're back at it. On to the next character, the Inquisitor. Personally, my main on this game. Let's turn this down. All right, Inquisitor super. Oh boy, can't be biased, but it's really hard to because this character is my main and that super's fucking awesome. All right, presentation. Oh man, I gotta give this a 5. I gotta do it. I might give style a 5 as well. Like the flame effects, the chains, like the fact that he's being burned at the stake, like he's literally being burned at the stake with flames around her. Like she's making a declaration, like a prayer style declaration to her fucking like opponent. It's like prepare yourself, heathen. I don't know what these chains are actually supposed to be. Like these chains just come out of fucking nowhere. But they do have some really good sound effects though. I like the chain sound being wriggling around as they're being set up on this damn pole. And the fire looks nice. Yeah, I'll give presentation a 5. Style? I mean, she does like a cool pose at the end. But before then, she just does the one slash across the chest. And the opponent doesn't even react. So I'll drop it down to like a 4. Now, characterization. I've been reading the female priest archetype in the background, and holy shit. Like, it has like a whole fucking like paragraph. So, female priest, a saint who carries out the prophecies of the divine, a girl who overcame her past of losing her family to familiars as well as suffering from heretics through the power of faith. She eradicates evil and protects her allies by using the power of faith and light. Well, in Inquisitor's case, it's fire. But who gives a shit? But like, I want to like read this character story because it sounds tough as fuck. The blood curse is infectious, and the imposters who spread it are dangerous. There are always more imposters than priests who have been chosen by God to punish them. Does one have to be chosen by God to recognize imposters? Yes and no. After all, imposters can also recognize each other. The progress of the blood curse varies depending on the individual, but usually it's slower in women. The fear of imposters begets heresy. Some pious girls were injected with the blood of the infected so they could pursue imposters. They have been chosen for God's holy work. They would be worshipped as his priestesses until they're burned at the stake. Oberith Rosenbach was on a journey when she witnessed this unspeakable act of heresy. She punished the heretics and saved the girls. There were only two choices for these girls who were forced to hear God. They could either join the imposters or become his true avengers. It seems only those whose hearts are broken can hear the voice of God, or maybe it's the other way around. God only talks to them. Like, in game, the priest is like heavily tied to their faith. Like, I'm playing the character, like I play the character story to unlock the Lost Warrior, and she is not having any like evil intentions of any kind. Like if evil is evil, man, then you better pray you ain't do no sinful shit in your past. It's like for a characterization based on this super, like I imagine she would go to this length to burn an imposter at the stake. Like inquisitors are priestess who punishes enemies according to the commandments of her order. Like she's just a cog. She just follows orders and she does them real well. And it shows in her super. Like this is a move based on protocol. She's stoic, she's stern. She intends to get the job done. And this super really portrays that attitude, so I'll give it a 5. In terms of impactful, I like the buildup of the chains and like everything being set around. I just feel like that middle slash she does is like flimsy as hell. Like if I could, yeah, I can pause in the middle of it. Thank God. Gotta pause it right though. Ooh, that's tough though. But yeah, it's just a regular old slash. Oh fuck. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, this looks tough actually. Oh no. I paused at the right time. This looks so tough. Oh shit. Now we go over again. Impact can be boosted or the opposite effect based on the super's presentation. I feel like the super's it's at an okay length. It's not too long, not too short. I do like the build up, but I feel like the payoff. Maybe it's not the slash or it's this flame pillar. Mm, this is a tough one. But you know what? It makes cause for critical thinking. I'll give impact a 3, mainly because I'm focusing on that middle slash. It doesn't really like. I mean, it looks like it hurts, but it's the only one that she does, and that fire is just over encompassing the character. I wish the fire would play more part in the super. Like it actually burned them away in a crisp. Yes, I'll give it a 3. All right, so a 5 on presentation, a 4 on style, a 5 on characterization, and a 3 on impact. That's 17. 17 puts her in between Berserker and Ranger, with Ranger still being the best super in the game so far. I gotta get to OBS. All right, back to character select. And that recording. All right, Swift Master. Dude, the character designs in this game are so fucking good, man. I wish this game was around for just a little bit longer than it was. Because these character designs are so good, man. But the IP was just not, it wasn't well known. It was very unwell known. Oh, this guy has fucking speed on him. All right. Swift Matters whoa, I can't fucking speak. Swift Masters Super is a go. Okay. Start at the beginning. In terms of presentation, while I do like the wind effects, I feel like the wind being a similar color to the clouds kind of makes the super hard to watch. I would have liked it better if the clouds were gray instead of white. Hold on, maybe I do it like in a different stage, quick character change. Stage, let's say like Saint Horn or something. Forgive me. Forgive me. If it doesn't change, then fuck it. Because it changed in the intros. I don't know if it changes in the it doesn't. Oh well. Yeah, the super does not change based on the stage. So yeah, I would give its presentation, I give it a 3. It's a cool looking visual. I just feel like some of the colors are clashing. Like, it makes it very hard to see. I can see the wind tornado. It's just, I don't know, maybe a different color. Maybe darker storms to emphasize that, these are much tougher winds. Do you like the punch at the end? I like how the clouds clear when he gets that final punch. Ooh, we're gonna be playing this a number of times. Style, I say it's a pretty nice speed blitz. Like how I do like how he's speed blitzing her so much that the tornado is being formed, and then when he gets that final punch, it dissipates. I'll give its style I'll give it a 4 because he's mostly blitzing. I don't see that many cool effects from Swiftmaster himself. That didn't connect. Fuck. What am I doing here? I'm doing combos where I should be focusing on this damn super. I'm fucking lollygagging here. All right, characterization. Uh, dude, I wish I knew more about this fucking series. All right, so Swiftmaster is the part of the mage archetype. Mage, a pandemonium mage who freely wields the mysterious power of magic. Pandemonium who grew up learning magic in order to stand up to dangerous monsters of Pandemonium. They gain their magic power by transplanting sources of life and energy called Abyss into their bodies. Well, oh wow, wait, no, I didn't even realize some of these guys are on like just Earth in general. Swiftmasters, as it says, it's just a mage who has the power to control wind. This is a very long story, but I'll read it. While the main group of mages in Brooklyn, Pandemonium, flourishes in their advancement of magic, an outcast group of mages in the Bronx try to create their own style of magic, but theirs was dark, twisted magic that was difficult to control, so the dark mages from the Bronx were treated as inferior. But then an event transpired that would change all that. The High Mage Moa of Kashipa from Kashipa discovered the existence of the Abyss during her dark magic research. The Abyss is the source of energy and life, unlike anything seen before. It began to appear in random places across Pandemonium. Moa discovered that one can obtain great magical powers by replacing one's body with the Abyss, but the chances of success were terribly low, but there wasn't enough time or test subjects to decide the side effects. For many to lure, the lure of power beckoned more loudly than the fear of the untested, so many attempted the procedure. Some lost their lives, others lost their magic, but a precious few were reborn with the unlimited power of the Abyss. This newfound power tipped the political balance, and the Kashipa influence seeped through the inlands of Brooklyn. The first Pandemonium Assembly was formed in response, and in their research, they discovered the Chaser, the most sophisticated combat style of all magical academies. The magical styles born from the Abyss, well as many, and they include the Elemental Bomber, Cross Counter, Glacial Master, Challenger, Swift Master, Spiritist, Mind Controller, Hollow Hollows, Gravitons, Unsummoners, and countless others. These are the entities of the male mage. Oh, so yeah, mages are they're users of the Abyss. Though I don't know, something about this character story doesn't really seem to play all that well into this super. Like what I just read, it tells me less about him and more about how male mages came to be. I mean, from his personality, like Swiftmaster's like real cocky. I'm like maybe because he was one of the people that survived the procedure of attuning to the abyss, he gained this like superiority complex, which I do see. Like feels like he feels like he's cocky enough as he believes he's a higher form of being amongst his people. I can see it. But it feels like him, like is the whole like dark magic and abyss situation feels more like an afterthought in the story than played into this game. Uh what else did we give for characterization? If I can pull up the criteria. Sorry. Um sense of originality and individual. Yeah, I can see. Yeah. I mean, he's not the only speed blitzer, but I can see him like as the only like wind-based combatant. Uh Impact. I didn't even did I rank characterization or I just tread off? I'll give characterization a 3. I'll put it in the middle ground. Now impact, however. I mean, yeah, that last hit. The super's pretty quick. Though I guess that's on key with Swiftmaster. I've done the super so many fucking times. But hey, that's what we need. Damn, I wish I can fucking do better combos with Swiftmaster, but I can't. Fuck, dude. Impact. Focus, Damien. Focus. If you're gonna do this, you gotta focus. Impact. Doesn't feel like it hurts too much. Ah, I give it a I give it a 3. I can't really feel the pain from this super. All right. So presentation, I gave it a 4. Fuck. I can't. Damn it. Presentation, I give it a 4. Style, I give. Oh god, I've been. Thank God I've been recording because I fucking forgot my own shit. All right, we're gonna stop the recording. Oh no, I just realized this footage is not in the right space. Look at me rewatching my own fucking video, trying to remember what the fuck I said. All right, so styles of 4. All right, so presentation 3, style 4. I gave its characterization, I believe, a 4 or 5. I didn't even number it. I'll give characterization a fucking 3. All right, so 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 3 is 10, and a 3 on impact is 13. Oh, yes, that is a 13 for Swiftmaster. Oh, no. I think that puts her below, it puts her you know what, fuck the below and after. We'll just put it in this group. I'll come back to it. I'm doing my best, guys. This, like This is gonna take longer because I'm actually, talking about it. God, I need something like keep me focused. All right, Kunoichi. All right, pay more attention. Get to the fucking point. That's the whole point of these. Get to the point. Talk the talking points. All right. Here is Kunoichi's super. Okay. Now, presentation wise, well, she isn't the only fire user. I do like the use of the glyphs. Sword and Phoenix situation. I'd give presentation a 3. I feel like the glyphs from the beginning and her doing her hand signs in the beginning is like the best part, and then it starts to, get a bit too fast. I would also go out of order and say Impact is maybe a 3 as well. It's too fast, and I feel like the beginning was its strongest part. I like the bird noise. Yeah, so Impact a 3, presentation a 3. In terms of style, I would give it an extra boost. I do like the fire sign, like all the ninja hand signs and stuff. I like how the bird forms from the impact. It's not like a big explosion. It's like a phoenix spiral, like a phoenix ashes rising again. Awesome. All right, now in terms of characterization, again, we have no idea how these characters are come to being. So, thief. All right, so there you go. Thieves. Thieves are dark elf assassins who eliminate enemies with deadly strikes using their speed and agility. Swift assassin who set upon a journey to the Arad continent for the future of dark elves. She fights with a dagger in both hands, knocking down enemies with their movements, and possesses powerful knife fighting techniques to inflict critical damage on their enemies. There are no exact data on the origin of the Dark Elves. However, according to the Dark Elves, fairy lady fell in love with a man named Narcissus, whom the goddess of beauty Venus loved as well. The midgets played. Damn, it really says the midgets. The midgets played Venus into cursing Lady and her people. Everyone in the town who have lived has been cursed by Venus, and had their appearances changed forever. This is known as the beginning of the Dark Elves. Wait, so wait, they were originally like gnomes? Narcissus left Ladia after seeing her change appearance, and since then, the Dark Elves attest to betraying humans and their cunning midgets. Kunoichi, a thief who learned Ninpo to effectively wield chakrams. I wish there was like an individual like video on the Kunoichi themselves. Yeah, I don't know. Uh, I mean, the whole thief description told me more than the character story. Character story had nothing to do with her, none of which had anything to do with her super. So I'll give for characterization for the super like a 1. Oh yeah, maybe not a 1, but it's like, well, I don't feel it. I don't like, yeah, she's a ninja, but and she's like the only ninja of the cast. but I feel like this is a super I can see fucking uh Inquisitor using. Maybe there's some more story in I'm using the wiki here now. I'm using the DNF Duel wiki. Maybe there's like a story thing that plays in part. Let's see. Kunoichi. Story. Assassin who possesses the power of fire to take out other targets. He specializes in a ninjutsu technique created through combination of Nen, Chakra, and Dark Elves. Kunoichi takes their payment to protect royals and nobles that are not in the form of wealth. Also worshipped by familiar guardians as well. They carry out duties such as guarding important persons and infiltrating enemies to collect information. Learning to control fire requires painstaking training, and so it is taken granted to that one adept in such skills possess great patience and fortitude. As they rarely reveal themselves to the outside world, kunoichis are thought to be mere myths and beings at least in legend. I mean, yeah, still nothing. Still nothing. I give it a 1. All right, so presentation and impact is a 3. Style, I would yeah, I'd say everything except characterization is a 3, while characterization is a 1, so that's 10. That's a tenner. Where you at, Kunoichi? Yeah, we'll use both the DNF Duel Wiki and the Dungeon Fighter Online stuff for like characterization stuff. It's hard because I know nothing of this franchise. I know nothing of these characters. So I'm using what I can get my hands on. All right. Hitman. Yo, Hitman is so fucking cool. All right. Here is Hitman Super in 3, 2, 1. All right. So, presentation. I feel like it's a bit of a sin for me to not put this at a 5. No, I put this at a 4. I feel like the strongest part is the glass being broken by the bullets of the SMG. Like, this is a cool fucking shot. This shot is so sick. I love the use of the camera going in front of Hitman, going to the bullets, and then panning off to behind the opponent as the glass breaks behind him. That's just a 5. Style, I give it a 3. I mean, it's similar to what Hitman does in his base moveset. He slashed it with his Odachi and he's shooting his machine gun. The same thing he does in his moveset. We're gonna skip to impact and leave characterization last. Because I feel like characterization is the hardest one to do. Um I give impact. Oh my god, I can't believe I landed that combo like that. See, most of these supers don't look like they hurt. So I'll give Impact 3. I do like its cinematic structure. It's very well timed. Doesn't last for too long, but still not too quick. I like the use of slow-mo to incentivize that these bullets are fast and they are going to tear through that opponent. So I give Impact a 4. Also, like the subtle use of camera shakes when the glass breaks. All right, now in terms of characterization. Oh, fuck. Hold on. He is a member of the agent class. Hitman, an agent who annihilates his enemies with his Odachi and SMG. Agents are combatants who belong to a private agent group called the Company, just like in game. They combat with a unique style that combines the firearm techniques of the Empyrean and the sword techniques of the Arad. He departs on a journey in search of the truth upon hearing the news of survival of O'Connell, the master of the Company, who has been long thought to be dead. The Imperial family is known to possess a strong secretive security group called the Company. The company is mainly employed by the nobles and sometimes carried out espionage. However, the Imperial family one day attempted to summon them, the nobles, fearful that their secrets would leak, framed the company as traitors and offered bounties on their capture, falsely accused the company managed to flee the lawless district. Wandering through about the lawless district, the company joined Enzo Sipo, leader of the gunmen, who seemed to share a common goal. However, as time passed, Sipo shown his true colors. Sipo started to recruit cruel, violent outlaws, even called in Rangelis, who even in West Peace military had given up on. Leader of the company, O'Connell, strived to pursue Sipo even after Varangt of the Sandstorm left. But betrayal is all he received in return. O'Connell no longer saw hope in the Empyrean, had to carry out an escape plan. O'Connell held strong confidence in the legend of the underworld. He said to take the company to the underground with a submersible hovercraft from Dr. Gazelle. Abroad, the hovercraft, O'Connell and the company traveled through under the sea, arriving in Arad, placing on the legend among the Empyrean. The company settles in Arad as mercenaries. Then one day, the company sees an opportunity to suppress a large insurgency during the change. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm gonna use Fighter Online. I'm just gonna use the wiki. It's less stuff, but it's something. Hitman, a leader that is part of the company. The company is an organization of mercenaries that appeared suddenly on a Rod's mercenary scene as if they had fallen right out of the sky. An ace of the company, the Hitman carries a machine gun in one hand and a blade in the other to effectively dispose of threats within the foes and without. One of the leading bosses of the company using an Odachi and some machine gun. Well, that's just a new character overview. Yeah, there's not that much of a story here. I like the fact that the company are full of like people that were wrongly accused of being traitors. Like Hitman seems like a character that from this super alone, I feel like his characterization is better than Kunoichi's. Like he's a man that is trying to solve a mission, like solve a mission here. He's no nonsense, he's efficient, and he wants to do a lot of damage. He tends to get the job done. 3. Damn, characterization is going to be a very not so good topic here. Like, in terms of the characters here, the best use of characterization is the Berserker. Like, he has the best characterization of the entirety of the cast. All right, so presentation is a 5. Style's a 3. Characterization's a 3, and impact is a 4. That's 9. Oh, that wait, so now that's 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then a 4. Yes, that's 15. Puts them over here in this group in the 11 to 15 category. All right, and now On to the next character. Dragon Knight. Oh boy. This design is I like Dragon Knight's design. All right, Dragon Knight Super. Hit that shit. All right. Uh Presentation. Like the use of that blue spiral. Do we see much of that sword? I mean, uh, this sword just changed into that. We don't really see much of it. Then Astra turns to this big dragon. Yeah, the sword's not in much of the shots. It's more of the dragon than the sword. I don't know. I would drop its presentation. No, that's more of like an impact thing. Presentation. I like how it splits the vortex. That split of the vortex is pretty cool looking. I'll give presentation a 4. Style, it's meh. It's just you turn to a dragon and then you like the sword is a part of the moveset. I thought it would be much more impactful. Yeah, in terms of style, I wouldn't put this higher than like a 2. She does a splitting helm splitter. No. Fuck, I'm overstepping my own stuff cuz no. Give style a 4. Double it. Riding a dragon, doing a spinning helm splitter and cutting in a vortex, that's cool. That's cool. I'll give it a 4 as well. Impact. Is it me? Or do I feel like the super is too quick? It's too quick. There's too many things coming out of nowhere. Like how like was Astra always able to turn to this big fucking dragon? I feel like we don't know much about Astra. Now, the hard part, the characterization. The hardest fucking part. Dragon Knight. Originating from the plane Dragonia, she was one of the greatest warriors of dragon tyrant Bankal, he who the dragons worshipped as both their father and the king of dragons. Although she rebels in battle and is merciless to her foes, she treats her partner Astra with the utmost kindness. She is highly hostile towards the Dark Elves who brought about the ruin of the kingdom she had once devoted herself to. Now, on the day of the waning dragon, which marks the end of a year, she lay dying on the battlefield after being stabbed by an enemy blade. Suddenly, a halo of light encompasses her and then drops her off in it. Yeah, well, this is just her. Oh, she's just an isekai character. Well, I mean, yeah, she's. Can I switch the gauge stuff? Um, Keep it unlimited, please. I give characterization like a 3. So, presentation of 4, a style of 4, characterization of 3, and an impact. I give impact like a 2. I feel like it's too quick. Too many things are happening out of nowhere between the sword that we've already seen and yeah, the swords being the same sword. And Ostrich is turning into this fucking big thing. It doesn't like it hurts though. No, I'll give it a 3. All right. 2 4s plus that's 8. And 2 3s, that's 7. 15. No, that's 6. 6. I can't count. No. Ah, please, no. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Forgive me, I can't count. Don't blame me. I don't fucking know. Damn, the shits. I gotta remember these tallies, man. Maybe use a notepad next time. Uh, yeah, no, I have a notepad here, and it is way too late to start tallying the shit up now. Nobody online. All right, DLC characters. The Brola. Yo, the Brawler is so fucking cool, dude. Brawler is a design that I would see in Tekken. He looks like an evil version of Hwoarang. Like, this looks similar to Hwoarang's outfit in Tekken 7. All right, I did not saw the recording. Let's start a fresh new recording here. All right, Hwoarang. Oh God, fuck me. Bra- Brawler Super. Kick him. You do kick him. Oh boy, here we go. Presentation. Do you like the use of the vertical camera angle? That explosion though was really quick. I expected a bigger explosion. It's just like one white flash into a big explosion to another white flash. I wish the explosion had more prominence. I give presentation. Whoa, wait, no, there's a fire impact frame. Let me get that frame. I was gonna give it like a lower number. Maybe I'll give it like an even one. Oh no, never mind. It's not a real impact frame. It ain't even a real impact frame. That shit's a 2. And also gives style a 2 as well. Just pulls him up, pulls him back down, just bats him. Uh, yeah, both presentation and style, I would give it to. Such a cool character. It's kind of a shitty super. Impact. I mean, it kind of looks like it hurts, but I feel like it's going a bit too fast, and there's not enough things in the super to like really display pain. You're mostly seen looking at Brawler the whole time. It's less about what he's doing and more about like his facial expressions and shit. I give Impact like a 3. It's like an even 3. Now, Brawler, what's your story? What's your deal? Oh, it's actually much longer. Uh, Brawler, an unstoppable thug who will do anything in a fight to win. It's always a fighting for sport in the gallery. Now, there's always fighting for sport in the eyes of a gutter. No holds barred fighting, ruthless competition in which losers usually pay with their lives or an arm or a leg if they're lucky. Although it was clearly clearly illegal, alley fighting became more popular as the world became more chaotic. Eventually, it became so widespread the government could not interfere. A male fighter known as the Brawler had his beginnings as a wagering fighter in the very same alley, and it didn't take him long to become the ultimate survivor of the game. Brawler is extremely cutting, nasty, and just cruel, and he'll do anything to win and fight. Not only does he use no holds barred fighting, he enjoys it. The only thing you can do when you run into him is run for your life. Honestly, I feel like the DZ DLC characters have the best characterization ever. I'd say that's like I give the characterization from both that dialogue and that super alone, like that might be its highest rating. I'd give it a 4. Like it's using chains to like capture the enemy and put them in a space where they have no way of getting out, and then they just use a big fucking bat to just blow their shit up. I give that a 4. So two and two is 4. A 4 on characterization is 8, and a 3 in impact is 11. Ugh. Say at the bottom. That's like the bottom. All right. I'm gonna go use the bathroom. My guts. I'm not gonna TMI, but I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Alright. I'm back, you guys. Hold on. Just raise the mic volume a little bit higher. So let me just do it on OBS. That should be good, right? Oh, that's too high. Right there. Alright. Alright, damn. Alright, Monk. Bro, if I ever do like a D&D session, like straight from scratch, I want to play my character just like Monk in DNF Duel. My thing is, what would my class be? Would it be a monk, like the namesake, or would I choose something like a cleric or a paladin? I don't know. All right, monks super. Hit it. Ooh. All right, let's break it down. We're gonna do presentation first. What is this? Is this a coffin? Like maybe yeah, the game has an explanation. Summons a gauntlet from the holy sea of Lemedios. It summons a massive gauntlet. I do like the light flashing effects as it being assembled together. And this fucking impact. Dude, this impact frame alone gives it like a 5 in terms of presentation. And honestly, I would say the same thing for impact. That shit hurts. Like, because of the impact frame, you can tell this is a punch that has all of its fucking power into it. Now, in terms of style, I mean, it's an uppercut. That's all it is, but I feel like I give it a 3. It's a pretty basic attack. It's one of the more it's more powerful than this. Uh, oh, I want that combo. Hold on. Yeah, all right. Impact, actually no style. I give a 3. In terms of characterization, put this all the way over to Monk. Monk, a priest enacting uh chastisement. Is that what that name is? Is that what that word is? Chastising, severe, inflicting severe punishment, chastation. Oh yeah, it's corporal punishment. Yeah, it's pretty much the act of getting beat and scolded. A priest enacting chastisement with a powerful fist, with a powerful, holy fist. While many envision a priest as someone with a serene, gentle demeanor, the battle against evil demands the formidable strength of a powerful physique. The Order of Priests have a long-standing tradition of training its members, specializing in close quarters combat with the holy fist technique to eliminate imposters. A trained individual is referred to as a monk. The monk enacts rifle chastisement in God's power, aiming to identify imposters and eradicate them. To overpower an opponent with sheer strength requires not only ruthlessness and resilience, but also unwavering faith and mental fortitude. Therefore, they constantly discipline themselves and never neglect their training. Also, this is a fully vertical attack. Yeah, from that character story, I can say this this is an attack that is designed to do maximum chastisement to the opponent. Yo, this shit is so fucking sick. Yeah, no, I give fucking characterization like a 5, dude. The super plays into his story way perfectly. So 15 plus 3, that's an 18. I don't even know the order placement anymore. I'd say I'll put this above Ranger. All right, that is the entire left side of the screen. Now we can move on to the right side. You know what? We're going to record the whole time. We're going to start just recording the entire time during streams now. The second half, we'll just record. And then we'll do like pauses and stuff. All right. Vanguard's Super. Oh, no. Oh, this might be one of the weaker supers, but let's break it down. In terms of presentation, like first half is a slideshow with subtle camera shakes, and then the final one. I mean, the bright orange slash effects I do like, but I do not like slideshow style cutscenes. Like, add some fluidity and motion with these strikes. I give presentation like a 3. In terms of style, I'm sorry. It's not as stylish. I'd say this is like a I give ooh, style might be like a 1. He's not doing anything. No. I bump it up to a 2, but yeah, no, it's low. Style is not high. Impact, I would it's too fast and too subtle. He could like this super could be doing something way cooler than what we were given. I'd also give it like a 2. Now, characterization. Let's see if we can get our hands on it. Where are you? Crusader. There you are. Vanguard. These men fight at the front lines of battle more courageous than anyone else. They are enthralled by the power of their demonic lances, causing them to set out in search for stronger foes. Most demonic lancers achieve countless victories, then lose just a single battle, thus ending their lives in the Imperial arena. But there are a fair few who do not follow this precedent and manage to survive as long as they are unable to find any more worthy opponents in the arena. The Delos Empire called these men their dogs while exploiting them in extreme conditions and promising them their freedom at the rigorous missions. Yeah, no. See, I don't know why, because it's like the story here is see the story for the base roster is not all that whatchamacallit. It tells less about the character than about like the story that takes place in. I'm on the DFO website. It says a demonic lancer who always fights the front line of the battle, taking on multiple enemies at once. Yeah, no, I demonic lancer, a imperial knight who utilizes destructive strength of a demonic lance. Children who gain special powers after their exposure to the energies released from the dissipation of Sirocco. The nobles of the empire force these children to fight each other to death for their own entertainment. Now they live their life. They live for their kins they've killed and the future of their people. I mean, the only thing I get from this is a demonic lance. Like from the glint of the opponent's eye, I can tell like the the weapon is demonic. But other than that, it's nothing else. I give characterization a 2. So 3 2s, which is 6, and a 3. 6 plus 3, that's 9. Ooh, yeah, no. This is the first real stinker super. Well, second. We're not getting into one category. I would say you haven't encountered any like 1 through 5s, but hopefully we don't see any more like vanguards. Why can't I pause my recording? Oh well. Yeah, I can't pause my recording for some reason. Oh well, grab. Yo, Grappler is like one of the coolest designs ever. Like that's like a karate man. His shit is so lit. Ugh. Whew. Got me a drink in my hand. All right. Grappler Super. Oh, I'm gonna have some fun with this one. Now, presentation wise, I do like this green vacuum aura, like the rocks, the kanji, the Japanese text when the kick lands on the ground with the big old dust cloud. Very presentable. Those kick sound effects from each kick as the body strikes. Also, like the sound effect as the text comes on screen too. Yeah, no, I give this I give presentation. I give it a 4. Now style, come on, that shit's a 5. Look at what this man is doing. Judo throw, he is jumping off of rocks caused by him slamming his opponent on the ground. That shit is cool as fuck. Come here, bitch. He's like he's jumping off of them like fucking Lee versus Gara in Naruto. That shit is so sick. Yeah, that's a 5. Impact. I would say these hits hurt. Like the body's being ragdolled around. Dude, grappler combos are they're so sick, but they're also kind of hard to do. Yeah, I would give it impact a 4 as well. Now, characterization. Oh boy. Uh, fuck. Wait, no, that's adventure. Male fighter class. Male fighter. Fighters who have learned basic combat since childhood in Suju province transform those techniques into various martial arts when they arrive in Arad. Unlike the Suju province, where they're only nen masters, fighters branch off in different disciplines as strikers, brawlers, and grapplers. Fighters generally have a longer reach and aggressive movements. In terms of the grappler, grapplers who combine punches with grappling strikes. That's not really telling me much. All right. A fighter from the Black Pearl Ring that traveled across the country while storming into and challenging dojos that have earned much renown to head on duels. He believes that fighting against powerful opponents is the essence of martial arts and does not accept anything other than the will to become stronger. However, he tends to avoid challenging dojos of good standing. Rather, he targets corrupt dojos that extort offerings under the pretense of providing protection, smashing them on his travels. Now he continues his training in the deepest mountain valleys, hiding from the Suju Kingdom's ransom on his head. Oh, damn. So he's a fugitive. But yeah, in terms of in his victory screens, he does talk about the Black Pearl Ring. I think that might be his logo on his back. We can just see it real quick. Oh, yeah, that's the Black Pearl Ring logo on his backside. Uh, Unless it's something that plays to the character strengths, like the main roster might just get threes. They might all just get threes. I know nothing of these. Right, so a 4 on presentation, a 5 on style, a 3 in characterization, and a 4 in impact. 4 plus 5 is 9, plus 3 is 12, plus 4 is 16. Where you at? 16. Oh wow, he is at the bottom of the S class of the top tiers. Where's my? There you are. All right, launcher. I'm just gonna pull up the launcher shit right now. Oh god, get it out of here. Get it out of here. Where are you at, launcher? There we go. All right. Launcher super. Go. Okay. Presentation. I do like the gun jumping out of the ground. That's a nice looking laser blast and an explosion. And the pose ain't bad. Though I feel as if Oop, that ain't gonna hit. I give presentation a 3. I would have liked to see the impact of the beam colliding with the opponent. Style points. She's a poser. She is very much indeed a poser. Like she knows she's being watched. Like that's real. She has the face of that's real firepower. Like the face and the pose for it. But yeah, no, you're not even shooting the gun. You're summoning the gun to be shot remotely. Can't give you any more solid points past like a 2. And impact. I feel like the build up. No, I give the impact a 2 as well. I feel like yeah, you're building up this big gun, but I would have loved to see, like I said before, I want to see the impact. I want to see it collide. I don't want to see it fade into a big explosion. Give me something good. Give me a good like a good Dragon Ball Z style vaporization phase. Impact gets a 2. Now for the characterization, it says here an Empyrean soldier tasked with obliterating enemy forces using heavy firearms. As high muscle mass is required to become a launcher, it is considered as an occupation not fit for females. Oh boy, I did not. Where the fuck? Oh god. However, a select few women persevered through the brutal training, overcoming this misconception. They become figures of admiration through their ability to swiftly use extremely weighty, heavy firearms. Armed with talent and zeal, these highly trained soldiers have competed command over a wide array of heavy firearms. As long as they attain a high level of destruction, they do not care about the pain of shedding sweat and blood from behind enemy lines. I mean, they, yeah, she has some. She's capable of using big firearms, but apparently not big enough to carry this fucking thing, and I wouldn't either. I mean, if she made this thing, I'd be like, yeah, maybe she did make it. Maybe she made this big gun. If so, I would say because she is supposed to be the design of the mechanic subclass, where she's, you know, she's designed to make the guns that she shoots. She has like guns have like this digitation effect on it. I give characterization. Yeah, I'm just gonna give characterization a 3. So a 3 in characterization, a 2 in impact, a 2 in style, and a 3 in presentation. So 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 3 is 8, plus 2 is 10. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. All right. On to the next one. On to the next one. Crusader, the man of God. Apologies for the audio dips. It's not in borderless mode, so music is not. I think this force field is for its awakening state. All right, Crusader Super. All right, presentation. It is off the charts. Do you like the angelic wings? Like how it's a big summoning circle? No, this is a guy that's using the power of light and faith. Rain down your holy light. Yeah, I give presentation 4. Like I'm loving the light rays. I like the rubble effect at the end of the super as well. It's like a layered explosion. It's got like dust, then low flames, and then the light particle beam coming from the ground. That's cool presentation. Style. I mean, it's summoning an orbital laser using magic. Can't really understand what it's saying, but I give it a 3. Impact. Getting hit with a laser is it's painful, but that impact from that hammer is fucking even more painful. Also, it does look like it hurts because the more you see the character get hit, like it starts with a hammer, then he flies up, then you see them on their knees, like, damn, that hammer, that hammer really hurt. Then when you see him again, they're completely on the ground. Like you can tell that these light rays and all this hammer bullshit, it's really putting a number on their bodies. Yeah, I give Impact a 4. Now, characterization. Let's play this out. A priest who has been blessed by God himself that marches through any obstacle that blocks his path. He is known for his devout faith even among priests of his own order, Lemedia Basilica. Lemedia Basilica. He believes that evil can be rehabilitated and tries to reason first with evil entities he meets. Bestowed with powers of judgment and repentance after accepting God's light. The light that shines from him is holy and resplendent. His stoic determination to fulfill his purpose as an agent of God by protecting the weak, delivering justice to evil, and filling the world with life and brightness can be seen for in his every action. Now that is a characterization that matches his super. That is a perfect 5 out of 5 characterization. Like he is accepting God's light. He is by by accepting God's light, he's able to utilize its power. That's what you call characterization that corresponds with the super. It tells the story behind it. So yeah, characterization gets a 5. So 4 on 4 on the presentation, 3 on the style, 5 on the characterization, and 4 on the impact. 8 8, 13, plus 3 is 16. 16, 16, 16. Yeah, we're getting more of them. I'll look back at this video and actually do a proper ordering. Good job, Crusader. You got high marks. You man of God, you. Where you at? There you are. Okay, Enchantress Super. Oh boy, here we go. Presentation. Do you like the dark effects? Do you like the swallowing shadow effects? The bear looks fucking terrifying. She looks scary as shit. Like, let's look at the bear here. No, pretty small, pretty gruesome. Then when you do the super, like, look how crazy this shit looks. Some of the stuffing is pouring out of it. It's got demonic red eyes. Look at all the string, the purple glowing, pink and purple, glowing all over the place. Very pretty. Very pretty. Very pretty. I give it a 4. Style, that shit is a 1, dog. Come on now. You put the doll and the bunny together, and all it does is this big overhead slash. Like, even the white flash doesn't last for way too fucking long. Style is like a 1. In terms of impact, yeah, it looks like it kind of hurts, but I feel like the impact is more like they're scared than they're gonna be in that much pain. I feel like like it is using claws. It's giant golden claws, but it looks more like you just slapped them with your giant paws. It doesn't look that painful. So I give impact a 2. Characterization. According to DNF Duel Wiki, a capricious witch who manipulates cursed dolls, lying at the outskirts of the Bronx. The forest of dolls inhabited by witches has traps that, unlike normal forests, are all made of magic. Most of those who wander into the forest get caught in the thicket of traps laid out by the witches and perish. However, a select few of them, who were already writhing in pain from life's agonies, were allowed to enter. They were led to the Black Mansion to meet the witches. It is said that most of these chosen one appear to be children. As much as Pandemonium are curious of witches of the Black Mansion, the witches wander about the outside world. Consequently, it would not be surprising for one of them to step outside their forest in aspiration of the outside world. No, not much story, so I give it a 3. Uh, I know nothing, and it told me some part of it. Yeah, since Enchantress is a bit of a trapster. She's less of a trapster and more of like a gimmicky puppet character. Give it a 3. Hold on. I gotta do something in the background. Hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on, guys. All right, I'm back. So we gave presentation a 4, style a 1, characterization a 3, and impact on a 2. 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 2 is. Wait, 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8, plus 2 is 10. My brain just fucking gave out on me. 10. No 1s and 5s. I feel like there's no like low numbers. I haven't really gotten that much to the low numbers yet. All right, Gosto Bredo. Okay. Raise up the mic quality so I don't raise too much of a loud noise. Ghost Blade Super. Oh, yeah. We're gonna go out of order here and say that style is a 5 out of 5, dog. Like, team up attacks are always fucking stylish, and they're in unison too. Presentation, I would say it's a 4. The special effects they're not too wild. They're pretty okay. I do like the dash lines and that big red X at the back. But they're very similar special effects. Also like a ghost just popping in and out. Impact. In terms of the way it hurts. I mean, only that last part feel like it hurt. Timing, I feel like it was just a tad bit longer than the other ones, but that doesn't make it a bad thing. I would say impact is a 3. Like, it doesn't feel like it's hurting too much, but it's not like the length makes up for it. So I'll give it a 3. Characterization. I just gotta keep going back and forth into this fucking wiki list, dog. Shit's crazy. A slayer that fights alongside the ghost he is bound with. All slayers resist the fate of their ghost hand in other ways. However, they are unable to control their ghost hands when they go berserk in the end, thus leading to a tragic end. However, some manage to escape this destiny by sharing their body, now neither dead nor alive, with their ghost, leading to the coexistence of two souls. Characterized by their ashen bodies and ghost hands that glow in an icy blue, it said that their lifelessness makes it seem as if they are but a ghost wielding a sword. Now that is honestly good characterization considering Ghostblade, because you can tell from his gameplay he's coexisting with his ghost. Like they attack as if they are of one body and one mind. I give characterization a 4. Really gives off the fact that this his ghost, it's not really running rampant, it's working in unison with him and he has no problems with it. All right, so presentation 4. Uh Presentation is a 4. Style. Wait, actually, no. Oh God, I don't know my own. I don't know my own shit. No, please no. Presentation of 3. Style of 4. Characterization is a 4. And impact is a 3. 8 plus 6 is 14. All right, we have 5 characters left. Troubleshooter. This character design is so fucking cool. All right. Troubleshooter Super. That's a tongue twister. Okay. Presentation. Like the big flaming bomb setup. Not the worst explosion I've seen, though I feel like it's a bit small for what they were trying to do. Maybe making it a little bit bigger. I mean, that's a big looking fucking bomb. I give presentation I give it a 3. Style. This guy is very stylish. Like he's just have a good time. Like he's just chilling. He's just chilling, doing what he does best, watching an explosion, and all he's doing is pressing the damn button. Uh for the he isn't really doing that much of a cool combo, I per se. I mean, he's watching a bomb go off, but he has his own flair onto it. Really gives him some personality, and that's a rare, unique bomb that he doesn't have in his moveset. So yeah, I give Style a 4. Impact. I mean, it's a bomb. It's gonna hurt, though. The fact that he's not really much of a fighter, more of like a ranged attacker. I give Impact like a. I give Impact a 3. It's even. Yeah, Impact's a 3. Now for the characterization. A legendary mercenary who is said to have dominated countless battles, setting fire to entire battlefields and turning them to dust with his highly volatile explosives and shotgun. He is known as a closer of wars. He is said to frequent the Moonlight Tavern after strenuous jobs to quench his thirst with alcohol, a languished smile always playing at the edge of his soot flecked lips. A languid smile. Yeah, he's a smiler. I'd say like he's troubleshooter is the guy that he's the guy that finishes the job with a big old boom, and that's exactly what he does. I give characterization a 5. Any like characterization that like so like in terms of a game like this, if the characterization plays into part of the super like 1-to-1, I would give it like a high praise. Not all supers do this. If you have more context about the series and more, information about it, then yeah, maybe you could base your characterization on something like that. But I'm just basing it off this text that I'm getting off the wiki. So, and it's telling me a lot about Troubleshooter, the character, and not the archetype. So it gets a 5 for me. So, presentation is a 3. No, presentation is wait, no. That's what I get. I need to start. I need to do this quicker now. Presentation is a 3. Style is a 4. Characterization is a 5. And impact is. Oh no! Oh no! I can't remember. Oh no! I'm doing too many numbers. No, characterization is a 5. I just said that. Oh no! Impact is a 3. Style is a 4, and presentation's a 4. We'll say that. 4, 4, that's 8. 5 is 13. 3 is 16. Watch it be a completely different fucking number by the time I watch this back. I just need, all right, 16. All right, note to self. For the next tier super list, tally this down on a fucking notepad to make it easier for you myself to count. I didn't do that because I thought could use my own memory to do that, and that was a dumb thing to do. We won't do that anymore. We'll actually start writing this shit down. Where's OBS? There it is. Spectre. Mm. All right. Spectre Super. Go. Presentation. I do like the slowdown on the rain. She's a little flippy and dippy. And I also do like that blood rain effect. I give presentation a 5. That's really strong. I love the use of the environments. Style. She's doing some stylish stuff. Do like her running across, doing a wall jump off the rock. Though I feel like the slash, it would have been more stylish if we actually like saw the slash and it was not like a quick cut. Like I feel like I would slow it down. Yeah, I would say style is a 4. I would also give impact like a 3. It feels too fast. Maybe an extra scene where she actually like goes in to cut the opponent like midway through instead of her just magically showing up on the other side. All right. Now for the characterization, because the DLC because this is a DLC character, will actually get a more cohesive story to her thing. Spectre, a swordswoman who fights with a secretly passed down fast sword technique for vengeance. The top secret experiments carried out in the Delos Empire birthed much sacrifice. Even so, some survived. The energies from the experience gave them superhuman strength. Those children spread out in the Arad to start their own lives while vowing revenge upon the Empire. Among these children was a girl. A girl watched till the very last child left. And clasping the broken sword that was the last gift of the benefactor who'd fallen before her very eyes, she vanished silently to find her own path, to find her own revenge. Hmm. Seemingly like a specter, no less. Maybe like a specter in the night. Ah, that told me not a lot of anything about her fighting style. I give characterizations a 2. All right, so presentation 5, style 4, characterization 2. That's 11 plus a 3. That's 12, 14. 14. All right, we got to move this. We got to move this along. You got to move it along here, guys. All right, 3 left. I have the battle mage stuff ready. All right, battle mage super. Hit that girl. Okay. Presentation is up there. I say that's a 4. Very presentable. Nice glow on her transformation state. Nice little magic circle. I gotta talk about the impact because what the fuck is that? That's like a 1. That's like no, I like that's a 1 because I can't even see the opponent. All she does is summon a spirit bomb that goes into like a fucking light source. Impact is a 1, dude. Like it just goes into like this big flash and you just magically show up on the ground. I get impact is a 1, presentation's a 4. I would give style maybe a 3. Like she does look cool here. Like she's doing little twirls with her bow staff, big magic circles. I give it a 3. Now characterization. The battle mage who materializes the chaser and exhibits formidable prowess in close combat. Guardians is a group originally created by some ordinary powerless pandemonians to resist the Kashipa. It was so weak that it was targeted by many other organizations, including Kashipa. Then the young member of Mage Niu succeeded in commanding the Chaser after becoming the first battle mage of her group, bringing this group to prominence. Afterward, Niu taught the others how to use the Chasers, and now, while learning how to materialize the Tracers, they also discipline their bodies, practicing various close quarter combat skills and combining them with magic to physically achieve superhuman power in combat. A great many young mages have chosen the path of the battle mage. So this is called what, the chaser magic? That didn't really tell me much. All I'm saying, these girls use some really strong magic. I think I'll give it a 2. So form presentation, 3 on style, that's 7. A 1 on no, not 1. 2 on presentation, that's 7, and a 1 on fucking impact, that is 10. Wait, 4. Yeah, it's 10. I'd be compelled to give this shit a fucking 9 because, like, what the fuck, dude? That should have like no impact on it. The last thing you want to do is fucking. How you gonna do a flashbang with no fucking without the enemy in? Like the enemy's not even in the damn thing. All right, Nen Master Super. Mm. Presentation, I will give. It's kind of hard to track. It's a little hard, but not too hard. I'll give it a 4. I do like the dragons coming out of the blossoms. I'll give presentation a 4. Style, I will also give a 4. I do like the fact that she turns the dragons into like this spiral pattern, like this yin and yang type of patterning into this big kick. Style, I'll give a 4. Impact. From this explosion, I'd say pretty standard explosion style super. I'll give that a 3. I mean, an explosion, it's gonna fucking hurt. Not really much to say about it. All right, Nen Master. Fighter who finds and manifests the Nen flowing in the body. Certain Suju-based fighters find and study Nen flowing in the body, reaching a level where they can manifest the energy flow of Nen even during intense combat situations. Despite their small and delicate physique, they showcase tremendous power and skillfully utilize Nen to protect themselves from enemies. Those who witness their combat style for the first hand are struck with admiration as how they wield strength with gentleness and bow humbly as they seek to learn. even from the lowly, earning double admiration. In Suju, those individuals are referred to as nen masters with reverence. Yeah. Not bad characterization. You can tell, despite her small stature, she's displaying some really strong nen power. I'll give characterization a 3. All right, so 4 and on style and presentation, that's 8. A 3 for characterization, that's 11, and a 3 in presentation, that's 14. 14. I can't even tell where my fucking 14s are, dude. All right, and the last character. Who's a random sucker we'll beat up on? Vanguard. Now, Lost Warrior is a character specifically made for this game, so hopefully his his characterization doesn't disappoint. All right, let's go over the super. Last character of this game, the Lost Warrior. Super. Okay, let's break it down. Do you like the telekinetic grasp that he has on Vanguard and that big laser explosion? I'll give that a 3. In terms of style, it's whatever. I'll give it a 2. He's just tossing him around to the rock pillars and shooting a blast at him. Not very memorable. Impact, I would say is a 4. Getting fucking tossed around into like big stone rocks and shit, that looks like it hurts. Like he looks like Vanguard looks like he's struggling really badly. And now for the final characterization. An entity that presents hardships to the adventurer on behalf of the plane, the gate. His name forgotten due to the remaining in a realm where there exists no being to call for him. He wandered about with his part of his memories missing. On the outside, he looks like a warrior fresh out of whoa, no god. He looks like a warrior fresh out of battle, with scars decorating the parts of his skin that were not covered in garments. He uses a single one blade, an unfathomable power capable of interfering with space and time, flows out from the large void in his abdomen. I mean, yeah, that's character. That's a characterization you got there. I'll give that a. Bro, this guy uses time stop, dude. Not seeing much time. Well, actually, no, never mind. I was about to say I don't see that much time usage. He literally stops time to shoot that laser blast. This guy is strong. He can manipulate time with no effort. Time and space are his to control. I'd be out of 4. All right, so a 3 in presentation. Style gets a 2, 4 in characterization, and a 4 in Impact 8 plus that's 13. And that is the last character that we have on the docket. Um, in terms of the way it's ordered, I would say this could have been better. This could have been better order. I could have, for a first time doing a rate the super with new rating criteria, I'd say it could use some work. It could be better. But hey, we got some. I feel like doing this criteria got me better at it, talking about the elements of the super and not just watching it and giving my standalone opinion. I feel like I do like that part. However, I need to start keeping track of these numbers. I need to start actually writing these numbers down when I say them so that I don't change shit on me and we just start rambling out of our ass, which is what we did because I ended up forgetting some of this shit. Okay, so it's 3 hours in. We're gonna call it for tonight. It's a nice little stream that we had here. All right, Twitch watchers, if you like the video, be sure to hit the follow button and follow me over on the social medias down the dashboard. YouTube watchers, like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll also go down the dashboard for the social medias. We hope to see you again tomorrow, either tomorrow or Sunday. We're definitely gonna start the Monster Hunter Stories 3 playthrough. Definitely gonna buy that game this weekend so that we can play it and have something to consistently play the next few days. All right, this is your homeboy Social Misfit Gamer. And I'll have a good night. I know I am. I'm gonna take my sleep and sleep for like a good 8 hours.